Trinea grew up as the daughter of a priestess in a rural farming community known as Lidoria, and it was separated from her religious center's capital by a very large desert that has existed for several hundred years. In the course of one night, everything changed. She grew up as the heir apparent in a way. She was learning how to become the priestess in training and didn't really like it. It didn't mesh with her lifestyle, didn't really mesh with her own personal worldview, but she tolerated it because that's something that was expected of her by her mother and also by her community. Hello, friends. My name is Jake Montanez, and this is my self publishing vlog. And recently, I had the privilege of having Night of the Illumination finally drop on Amazon KDP. I managed to get that uploaded and go. Still learning what the hell I'm doing. I'm still waiting on my cover art to come through so I can actually post it as paperback as well. But otherwise, if you want to get it, I'll have a link down below so that you can check it out. But what I've realized over the course of my many videos that I've made is that I haven't really talked in depth, and I'm not going to, but I haven't really talked in depth about what the story actually is about. I've introduced several of the characters and some of the different factions that exist in my story, but I haven't really given a good baseline on what the story is actually about. So in Night of the Illumination, my main character, Trinea, wakens up in the middle of the night and is kind of disturbed by a storm that's going on, and she goes out for a stroll and ends up in a familiar location, the chapel that her mother serves under, and she encounters somebody there that she's never met before. And in the course of that interaction, she undergoes a process known as illumination, where the light blesses her, which is the overall main thread of the entire book series, which is called the Lightblessed Saga. She has become one of the Lightblessed, and her purpose through the course of this story is to kind of understand what it means to be Lightblessed and how being Lightblessed has changed her. Her best friend Daitan is a goblin, and he's been practicing behind the scenes as a shaman, learning how to use the elements. And this is something that flies in direct contradiction to some of the main edicts of Trinea's faith, in which shamans are not allowed to exist. They are hunted by a group of people under the religious sect that eliminates them without prejudice, or some of them do have prejudice. This puts a conflict between the two main characters because under Trinea's belief system, what Daitan is doing is heretical, is not something that is allowed to occur, and she doesn't know what to quite think about that. She only finds out because her own process of becoming light blessed triggers itself in a way that brings a lot of attention to her that she's not used to, above and beyond what she has received by being the daughter of the priestess of light. The two of them kind of bond over this growing power that she has, as well as the introduction of the powers that Daitan has obtained. And these hunters that are specifically sent to find shamans have, coincidentally or not, arrived in the same town that they live in and start poking around and take interest in her because she has become something that they are not used to seeing. Light blessed do exist in their religion. They were actually a cornerstone of it for a very long time, but they have also since, for the most part, vanished. And when they do come out of hiding, they are usually persecuted as well. But that is something that Trinea has to navigate with her friend. The arrival of the Illumin Vigil and the Sentinels that they are is the direct conflict in this story between the two. And this is a dark fantasy. There is a lot of murder that occurs in here. People die in mysterious ways, and some die in not so mysterious ways. And it falls to these two to try to figure out what is going on, while also being hunted for those same crimes, even though they have no connection to the murders that are starting up. They get these murders pinned on them, and they're trying to figure out both how to navigate what's going on with the murders, navigate their powers, and navigate the contradiction in their belief systems between the two of them, and try to reconcile what is going on. It's a story of friendship, it's a story of loss, it's a story of burgeoning magical abilities, There are factors at play above and beyond what these two are aware of, and I will touch on those in some of the intermissions as you get to them while you read the story. And these will bring light to the backstories of some of the characters that are addressed that have set all of these actions into motion and play forward into where my characters are going from there. I hope if that sounds interesting, you'll check out my book, Night of the Illumination. It's available now on Kindle and will be sometime soon in the near future available as a paperback. If you read it and enjoy it, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a comment or a review on my Amazon page to let people know what you thought about the story. And I will be making some tweaks and adjustments. I keep noticing random typos and things that still exist. I'm human. I'm going to miss them the first or second or 12th time around. I think I've gone through 12 rounds of editing personally myself, and I still keep seeing stuff pop up. So it's not perfect. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.